Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany. So if you're new here, I try to do things I've never done before. I try to experience all life has to offer and be intentional about it. So I signed myself up for a class on how to make medicine from herbs and backyard herbs specifically. And I'm really excited. I feel like it came at perfect timing. I think lately I've been a little bit harder on myself. Like my clothes aren't really fitting the way I would like them to. My skin's been all over the place. Like I have eczema and it's just kind of been moody, a little dry. But I've also just been really tired for no reason sometimes. Like my body just feels really tired, and so all of that boils down to diet, and my diet has never really been great, unfortunately. I'm the type of person that would like use use breakfast as a way to eat dessert. And sometimes I would just eat ice cream for breakfast, but I'm maturing, so I don't do that as much. Needless to say, I am ready to make a change, and I feel like this is a great way to kickstart it. And so this class is kind of like going over the different nutrient values of different herbs and then also the ways to extract them. And so I don't know what to expect, but I'm really excited to learn. And I think it's really cool because I feel like so many other cultures utilize plants and herbs and their healing properties. And I feel like in Western society, like Western medicine, it's a lot of curing the symptoms, but not necessarily the actual causes. And so I'm excited because I do think that like I love the philosophy and the meaning behind traditional herbal medicine, where they're like, we want to help the underlying causes, and there's different elements that go into it, but I just think there's so much value and there's so much like that we don't know. And so I'm excited to kickstart that. And yeah, I think a recent revelation I had was I was taking my blessings for granted. I think the fact that any of us are breathing right now is a blessing in and of itself. And I started to kind of view it differently. So like when you love somebody, you give them your all, right? You never want them to feel neglected. You never want them to feel like they don't matter. You don't want to feel like you're pushing them aside. And I feel like I don't give that same love and attention to myself. And I think that's not good. So I'm excited to jumpstart this journey and be more intentional about that. So I hope you guys stick along and come join me for this adventure. Lately, I've been watching Stranger Things, and these woods just creeped me out a little. So I called my mom. I felt like there were so many places for people or creatures to hide. Also, I hadn't seen any people walking, which I thought was weird for a Sunday morning. But about 5 minutes later, I saw people, so I felt somewhat safer. The walk was about a mile. And after a while, the walk actually became rather enjoyable. This is what I conquered. Just kidding. This is the space that the class was held in. The class itself was really cool. We learned about the different herbs, from yarrow, which is known as the master of the blood, to jewelweed, which has a history in the Native American medicine. And we learned so many more herbs. We also learned how to spot them, what they're good for, how to harvest them, which ones are intrusive, which ones are at risk. We got to compare them to their toxic lookalikes. We learned the different ways to prepare them, like creating hydrosols, tinctures, syrups, and so much more. It was a lot to learn, and we barely scratched the surface, but it definitely got me excited to learn more. Also, it's mind-boggling to me that people back in the day saw these plants and was just like, let's see what we can do with it. Serta, who was our instructor, made some compound butter for us to try, and it was delicious. Now off to the herb store next door. I got to test myself to see what I learned in their garden. Then I went inside, and boy, oh boy, was I overwhelmed. Do you see how many herbs they have? Luckily, the team there answered all my questions, but the store itself was cool. They had tinctures, herbal capsules, teas, etc. They measure the herbs and charge you by the ounce, and most ounces were around $3 to $4. All in all, it was super cool. I spent probably like an hour looking around the store, and the class was 2 hours, but worth it. Okay, I'm back. So right after class, I went to the herbal shop right next door and I bought some things. I got some echinacea. These are the leaves. And then I got echinacea roots. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll try to get different shots if not. I got burdock root. There you go. I got rose petals. Apparently rose has a lot of nutrient values. And then I got this amber dropper situation and this mason jar because I plan on making my own tinctures, which is seems very easy but interesting, and it takes out the nutrients from the herbs, and you make it sit for like 6 to 8 weeks in a dark space. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll do it together. And then I got some teas, immunity blend tea. I don't know if you can see this. There you go. And then long tonic. Wow. And then Be Your Own Herbalist book. So I'm really excited. Yeah, let's make some tinctures. Hopefully I said that right, but stay tuned. So now it's time to make the tinctures. I have my vodka, I have my herbs, I have a mason jar. Apparently it takes 6 to 8 weeks. You do 1 to 5 ratio, so for every 1 ounce of dry herbs you do 5 ounces of liquid. All of the herbs should be covered. Yeah, just also I'm not a professional, I don't know what I'm doing, so do your research too if you decide to go this journey. Don't follow me. This will be the blind leading the blind. So, okay, let's get started. I'm also going to bring out this guy. I actually haven't used this, but it's like a measure thing, so cool. So we'll weigh it. I am using both echinacea roots and leaves because they told me at the store that they both have different benefits, so it's best to use both. Okay, so that's half of the echinacea leaf. Alright, now we're gonna do the echinacea roots. Now that's echinacea roots. I don't know if it's supposed to be separating like this. So I stirred it around a little bit. I don't know if I was supposed to. It stopped separating, so there's that. And now basically we put it away for 6 to 8 weeks. And then we drain it, and then we get just the liquid part, and it's gonna be a concentrate of echinacea.
6 to 8 weeks?
So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it'll be ready for the holidays. Right. But simple. Again, don't follow me. I don't know what I'm actually doing, but just wanted to share this experience with y'all. So yeah.
Please follow her.
Peace. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, no, don't stop it yet, because you said don't follow me. I don't know what I'm doing. No, please follow her because she's willing to experiment. And you
yeah, subscribe, he means, but don't follow this recipe.
No, you can.
Cabin. If I forget about it, we know where it is. I have proof.